people don't want to be sold, they want to be aided in buying, and not even so much in buying, in getting a resolution to whatever it is that they're looking for. So for some people, it's, I have diabetes and I need to feel better. I need my body to function better. For some people, it's, I lost my job, and if I don't have a stream of income really quickly that builds to $2,000 a month, I'm going to lose my house. You're not going to have the same conversation with the person that's concerned about a specific health issue that you're going to have with the guy who's about to lose his house. So the only way you can laser in on that is if you learn how to ask the right questions. So, not to be political, but take a look at the different communication styles between Ronald Reagan and George Bush. And I'm not going to give you my opinions, which I have them, but can you clearly see a difference in their level of communication skill? Okay. Did you know, well, you probably didn't know, I didn't know this until just recently, and now I can't remember the book that I just read it in, that Ronald Reagan was a horrible speaker. That after acting, before being governor, he was a paid speaker, a paid spokesperson, I believe it was for General Electric. And he was so bad when he would go in and talk that people would just leave. They'd walk out on him because he was terrible. But he didn't quit. He said, I suck at this. I need to get better. And so he went and got classes, got tutored, got mentored into how to be a better speaker. And look at where that took him. It took him to a whole career in politics. Now, when people were walking out the door when he was speaking for GE, if someone would have said, you can be president one day, he'd say, you've got to be kidding me. But he saw something that needed improvement if he was going to go further in his career. And he took action and did what it took to do that. What could have been different in our perception of who George Bush is if he would have done the same thing? You've got two completely different dynamics as far as how they're perceived, how smart we think one is over the other. And by the end of his life, Ronald Reagan was called the great communicator. How ironic is that from someone that, who knows how many years earlier, had people leaving in droves when he tried to communicate what was probably a scripted conversation, which obviously was not natural for him. So the benefits of having an authentic sales system are things like being able to confidently present yourself to clients. So for me to stand here, I feel completely at ease and comfortable, and I could literally, off of these few sheets of paper or a PowerPoint if we had one, talk to you for 3 days. Because I'm an expert at this information. I've been teaching it for over 30 years. But in my personal life, I'm shy and I would be sitting in the corner with people I know. So you can do things that may be out of your personal comfort zone when you develop the skill that you need to have to do the presentation in a way that's comfortable for you. It also increases your self-esteem in a sales situation if you know that you're not having an uncomfortable conversation, that you've now scripted it in a way that it's your language, that it fits for you, that it flows for you. How many times have you been either, probably not car sales, but like timeshare, insurance, even different MLM presentations that you sat through before you got involved in your business, where you're having a conversation with somebody and it's friendly and everything seems to be going great, and then all of a sudden it's like they flipped a switch And you're going, whoa, who are you? What happened to the person I was just talking to? And they spent the first 10 minutes developing rapport, and now it's all gone. Because when they flip that switch and they go into presentation mode, it's like in your head a little siren goes off and it's like, alert, alert, bring the walls up, here it comes. And everything you just did with the rapport building or the warm up is now gone. And they're closed completely and they aren't going to listen to another word you say, and they're hanging on to their wallets. So if you don't have that flow of it sounding like you the whole way through, you're sunk. You would have to have an extremely compelling presentation to overcome that. It would be almost impossible. So you need to make sure that it's really you. And then you need a customized sales system, a presentation that really works for you, your company, your products, and your personal story within that. Because the most important thing, whether you believe it or not, is you and your story. Because if you're building your team, you're going to have a personal relationship with those people. And it really will end people shopping around or saying, well, yeah, I know I need a residual stream of income that's recurring income, but I want to look at this, and I want to look at this, and I'm looking at this. You won't have any of that because people will feel so compelled to be around you. They will like you so much that all the rest of those appointments that they had lined up to look at other companies will just go right out the window. It allows you to have others do the sales. So when you have a process that you're comfortable with, that your team sees you doing, then they feel comfortable that they can duplicate it because they see how comfortable you are. And then like McDonald's, like Greg was saying, you're duplicating yourself over and over and over, and you've got those 100 little hamburgers out there working for you because you showed them how easy and comfortable and natural it can be. And you can actually increase your sales within days. I've done trainings for non-sales people where I'll come in and do a training, and then in the afternoon they will be sent back to their desks to make calls and do just the section that we had already talked about that morning. And I've had people break through their barriers, make bigger sales than they have ever done in their entire career within hours of just a couple hour session. So these kind of things are things that can be implemented and change your income immediately.